Welcome back to Gibraltar. Well, it's been a marathon battle already in our first match of the final day of the Gibraltar Open Snooker, and we still don't know who is progressing to the quarterfinals. Mark Selby has battled his way back, as he so often does, from 3-1 down to level with Liang Wenbo at 3-all. Wenbo a little bit unlucky in potting a red to knock the pink into left centre in that sixth frame, although he could have played it differently and avoided the pink altogether. Selby potting the baulk colours to get him over the line to force this final frame. The winner, remember, to play either Peter Ebdon or David Grace, the UK semi-finalist from a week ago, for a place in the semi-finals. And there is the unlucky pink. Couldn't have legislated for doing that, but arguably shouldn't have been hitting the pink in the first place, as Joe pointed out. I guess you've got to say now, Joe, that Mark Selby has the momentum from 3-1 down.
Well, he's fought so hard, hasn't he? I mean, he's had to play some superb safety play. And Liang Wenbo, as you say, was unlucky to knock the pink in, but he shouldn't have touched the pink. He could have played it with right-hand side, hit the cushion. The left side cushion had been on blue.
Panel frame.
Or any of the baulk colours. One of those things.
The final frame to determine who goes through to the quarterfinals here in Gibraltar.
Anonymous. Mark Selby full.
Caught it a little bit too thick, bringing the red down the table. Well, it is cuttable to the middle, but the cue ball looks to be going into the cluster of reds. Has a long straight red to the corner. Looks a safer option, the red to the corner. But he's taking the one to the middle. Can he screw off the reds and play for the black? Not hard enough. Needed a little bit more pace in the cue ball. Black's still potable, but they won't know what's happening to the cue ball going into the reds. Good pot. And he's on a red to the left corner. So Liang Wenbo gets the first chance. And it's a good one.
9.
for the umpteenth time this weekend in Gibraltar.
14.
Player slightly under hits his positional shot, so Liang the wrong side of the blue. Shouldn't matter.
15.
And he's underhit that one. Wanted to be a little straighter, just to play for the red above the black.
And it's a warm welcome to our European viewers to the final day of the Gibraltar Open, where you join us at a critical phase, a final frame decider between Liang Wenbo, the UK Championship runner-up from just a week ago, and Mark Selby, the world #1, who's had to battle back from 3-1 down to force this decider. But Liang, as you see, with the first chance in this 7th and final frame, the winner to play the Peter Ebdon or David Grace, with Grace leading 3-2. More details on the other players' progress in due course. 2 matches outstanding, Ebdon and Grace, and this one you're watching, and the winner of each will play each other in the quarterfinals later.
$31.
So left himself a little straight on the black, with one more red that he can play for out in the open.
Okay. 38.
Well, didn't quite go as according to plan. Still on the red to the baulk corner, but I got a feeling he played for the red to the right middle. Well, it's run safe.
Wenbo Liang.
Could so easily have
38.
left the red on and the match. Missed the pot. 34 points the lead for Liang Wenbo. And a couple of safe reds on the right side cushion. He could try and bring one of those reds off here, play the safety. He'd have to try and stun the cue ball behind the green, leaving the cue ball tight on the baulk cushion. But it's dangerous to play that shot because you're not forced to know where the red's going to go. The way he's played it, there was no way at all of leaving one. It's been a long match, this one. 3 hours.
It's going to be a long day for whoever does come through this match. Remember, you have to win 3 more to lift the title. And they're going to be back on the table very quickly at the conclusion of this one, because the quarterfinals are actually scheduled to start about now. Just to let you know what's been happening elsewhere this morning. Good weight on the safety from Selby. Dominic Dale has beaten Kyron Wilson 4-3. So the veteran from Wales will play Marco Fu in the quarters. Fu having beaten Luca Brissell 4-2. Alfie Burton beat Oliver Lyons, 4-2. He'll play Michael White, who came from 3-1 down in a quick-fire match against Andrew Higginson to win 4-3. And the other outstanding quarter-final will be contested between Mark King, who beat John Higgins from the brink of defeat last night, and Stuart Bingham. They came through their respective matches against Ricky Walden and Nigel Bond. King 4-2, Bingham 4-0. So it's Peter Ebdon or David Grace to face Selby or Liang. Grace is 3-2 up on the former world champion Ebdon.
Well, I caught it too thin. But it could have been worse. This is a tough red to take on to the left corner. He'll be leaving a red on to the right corner if he misses it. That's a good pot. So he's in again.
1.
Well, he could play the cannon to the red directly above the black. It's a tough shot, but it's a winning shot if he plays it and gets it. Well, he was playing it. It's back up again.
Players have had to contend with quite a bit of noise of all sorts over the last 3 days. We've had aircraft landing on a regular basis.
That, for me, is the winning shot. Got the cannon nicely.
8.
And I can't see him missing from here.
9.
And I lost the cue ball a little there.
And I can tell you that at the conclusion of this match, our selected quarter-final will feature Mark King and the world champion Stuart Bingham. That's coming up after about a 15-minute gap to prepare the table between matches. So that's going to be our quarter-final. King against Bingham.
16.
Selby has got a hope now for an error, but he's running out of time. 50 points the lead. Still plenty there, but Liang should clinch the match from this position.
Although, having said that, he's the wrong side of this red to play for the black. Black doesn't go, so he's going to play a good positional shot here. What was the flick like? And he holds his hands
17.
up, which means he's straight on the blue just to drop it in for the red to the left of the pink. A little fortunate. What a tough match this has been both players. It's looking like Liang Wenbo
22.
now, 56 points the lead.
83 left. Now only 75 left. Again,
23.
shorter pace on the blue.
How careless was that, though? He could have made absolutely sure of being the right side of the blue. He's the wrong side of the blue, and now all of a sudden there is some anxiety. Doesn't want the kiss. Oh, unless it finishes like that, he's got an easier head to the right corner. Needs to put the rest away.
$29.
Green makes it 66, the lead. Just needs a red, and he's nicely on these two reds, and he can sense victory.
32. $33.
Well, Mark Selby battled so hard to get back into this match from 3-1 down, showing his trademark resilience, but it's going to be in vain. Liang has played well in this decider, and it's the Chinese who's moving into the quarter-finals, where he'll play either Peter Ebdon or David Grace. Still some way to go in that one. Ebdon 3-2 down. This match has been in excess of 3 hours. That one could yet be 4.
4 snookers required.
Well, you certainly aren't surprised at all to see Selby battling on here. He never knows when he's beaten, and he's very adept, Joe, at getting snookers.
He is, but 4 snookers, and the ball's not ideally placed for snookers. Well, a little harder. So, chance to pot the red, try and get the black or pink.
$1.
Well, he's on the pink, not ideally, but he's on the pink. Non-pot success there at 69% for Selby. 58 for Liang.
69's pretty good, 2 out of 3. Very acceptable.
I think he tried to get the cannon to the red on the cushion. 16 points
7.
in fouls needed for snookers to tie.
It's a very long shot, even for Selby. But it's been done before, many times.
Mark Selby, 7.
Mike Hallett, our own Eurosport commentator, once did it to John Parrott in a Masters semi-final, and it won him the match. Parrott had already celebrated victory. Hallett played on, got the snookers, and moved into the final. So you never know.
One.
Good pot to the corner. Needs blacks though, otherwise he'll need 5 snookers.
Eight.
And that's surely it.
Mark Selby 8. Frank is 8.
Well played, Liang Wenbo. He had to battle. Mark Selby pushed him all the way. But Liang stood up to the pressure and has come through to the quarterfinals. So there's just one spot to fill now, with Liang going through to the last 8 at the expense of the world #1. Will he play Peter Ebdon or David Grace? Grace currently 3-2 up and leading by 15 points in frame 6, but that match could still have some way to travel. In the meantime, it's Liang who goes through at Mark Selby's expense by 4 frames to 3.